As you guys can probably see, I plowed my driveway last night. Wasn't able to get it on video. I was plowing all day, and by the time I got home, it was already getting dark out. I didn't think it'd make for much of a video. But anyway, I got something else in store for today. Let me open this shut up and I'll tell you about it. All right, so in our last windstorm, I had a tree fall down out back in the backyard there. I will insert a clip to show you guys what tree I'm talking about. Here's a view of that from my bedroom window. So you can see it's a pretty good sized tree. My trail goes straight back here. I actually got two ways to get back in the woods here. I can go this way or I can go this way. And as you can see, this tree blocks both paths. So definitely needs to get out of the way. Now that you guys seen the tree that I was talking about, it's a pretty good sized tree. It's pretty cold out here, so let me warm this up and then we'll talk about what I'm going to do here. I'm going to come through here off the driveway and I'm going to plow myself a path coming around the shed here, and I'm going to plow it all the way down to that tree that's out back. And my plan is to either plow a nice little path in front of the tree so I can stand there and buck up that tree into smaller, more manageable pieces so I can push it out of the way until spring, or I may even just try to push the entire tree and just push it off to the side for now, because right now it's currently blocking my trail going to my backwoods, so I can't get back there with that tree down, so I have to get it out of the way. Unfortunately, I no longer have my pallet forks. I sold that or traded that with the skid steer that I had to get that truck. So in order to get my Cummins, I had to unfortunately give my forks away with the skid steer. So I no longer have pallet forks, so I'll either be bucking that tree into smaller pieces, maybe chaining them, dragging them, or pushing them, or I'll just leave the tree as a whole and I'll push it off to the side. So I'm gonna let the tractor warm up and then we'll get going on this. All right, well, now that we sort of plowed our way back here, it wasn't all that deep, but there were some spots there was easily, you know, a foot or two of snow, you know, just where it drifted and whatnot. But actually a lot of it kind of blew away and melted from yesterday, so it wasn't as bad. I thought I was gonna be going through 2 feet of snow the whole way back here, but it really wasn't that bad. So anyway, now I got a nice little trail. It was mostly deep up here where it drifts, where that hill comes down. But I want to clear out a little spot here in front of where I'm going to be cutting the wood, so I'm not stepping in all this snow. So I cleared out a little path here. So there's that. Here's the tree that fell. It's actually a couple of them here. There's this one here, and then there's this one here, and they both block these paths coming down into my back property, the woods there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off all the small limbs up top here. I think I'm gonna buck all these off, and then I'm just gonna push it all into the woods here, and then I'll leave just the logs here. So I'll stop cutting it about here, and I'll just take my bucket and I'll push all of this off the bank right here. There's a little embankment that goes down. I think I'll push all this off to that side. So let's go get the chainsaw, and we'll come right back and start cutting some of this up. Alright, so the chainsaw I'm going to be using is this Milwaukee M18. I don't know if any of you guys ever used a cordless chainsaw before, but for around my property and doing these small type of trees and small jobs, this thing works great. I even take it on job sites with me. I'm a huge fan. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a huge fan of Milwaukee tools, especially their M18 line. Their M12 line is great too. I have lots and lots and lots of Milwaukee tools, and I love their cordless stuff. I've used it really hard. I've used it on a lot of job sites. It's done a really good job for me. I've sharpened the chain maybe twice since I've had it. You know, it's still in pretty good shape. The chain's been pretty good. It's been holding up all right. The bar's been holding up pretty good. The only issues I'd say I've had with it is, as you can see in here, I don't know if you can see it or not, it likes to build up a lot of sawdust in here, so you got to take off this guard. This guard right here, you got to take this off once in a while, and you got to knock all the sawdust out because it doesn't clean itself out very good. So if I had any complaints, that would be it. And then once in a while, the oiler, if it starts getting low, it won't oil too well. So you just want to make sure that you always got oil in it, bar oil in it. Make sure it's pretty full, because if it starts getting pretty low, sometimes it'll have a little bit of problem trying to feed the chain. Aside from that though, as long as you keep this clean, get the sawdust out of this cover here, and keep that sprocket clean and the oiler clean, you shouldn't have any problems with this chainsaw. It's got the chain brake on it. So yeah, real good chainsaw. Just wanted to talk about that real quick. So we'll take this with us, and I'm gonna take a few batteries with me. Okay, let's see how this thing cuts. It's been a while since I sharpened a chain on it, so hopefully my camera battery don't die. We'll see what happens here. I should have everything from here forward cut, so all this light brush should be loose. I'm just gonna kind of bulldoze it over off into the woods here if I can. I really wish I had my pallet forks because I'd be able to move the stuff around a lot easier. Now I'm just kind of stuck with my bucket, just trying to push the stuff around. So all this is just the logs. I'm probably gonna get rid of this first. I'm just gonna push this out of the way, and then that way I can get in here to shove all this into that corner. All right, well, that wasn't too bad. Pushed it right over the ravine. I think what I'm gonna do, instead of pushing this brush all over here, and then I gotta clean it up again later, I'm just gonna push it off the embankment here. I got all kinds of other stuff that I've been putting there trying to build this bank out, so I might as well just put this with the rest of it. nice clean trail again. That worked out good. That's where it all is. Surprised it pushed as good as it did, being on all this snow and ice. Little tractors can work, man. There's the 2 big logs there, half the trees, and then here's all the brush that came from them. So I'll work on this next year. What I'll do is when I get my grapple next spring, I can pick away at some of this and burn it or move it around and kind of spread it out. As like I said, I've been trying to build this berm out just so I can gain a little bit more property. All this was all woods and I bulldozed it with the Kubota. You could see all the stuff in here. And I just kept pushing everything off here. And I probably extended this out a good 8 feet. You know, I just kept working it out. So I'll get some fill in here and I'll just keep extending it. So it's nice though, I like it back here. Glad that's done. Hey guys, well I'm glad that's done. Lights off. Just in time too, because I was almost out of fuel, as you can see there. Okay guys, well thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Hopefully there'll be lots more tractor videos on the way. I do have a plowing video from yesterday while I was at work. I will be editing that and posting that up soon. That was me plowing with the New Holland we have up there with our, it's like a 12-foot push box, so that should be a pretty fun video for you guys to watch. This spring I'll be having a lot of videos with me on job sites working this thing real hard, so stay tuned for that. In the winter time there's just not much to do other than plow, and you know, it gets boring after a while. So I'm glad I was able to cut that tree up and move that tree today, because that was something different. So okay guys, we'll talk to you later. I really did this for you, so you didn't have to walk in the snow. You're probably gonna run through it anyway. Stay on the trail. Diesel. Hey, you're going off the trail. Back on the trail.